everyone, and this is Breeze Knits. If this is your first time here, welcome. If it's not, hey, it's been a while, or at least I feel like it's been a while. Last week, or at least for the beginning week and a half of June, my husband and I were both sick. At first I was testing negative for, the Miss Rona, and then a couple days afterwards, my mom was like, just test again, because the same thing happened to me where I was negative and then a couple days later ended up being positive. So I did, and then I ended up being positive. So that was nice. Major sarcasm implied. So it just feels like it's been a while, because I didn't post obviously when I was sick. My voice was going and very raspy. And then I think that was about it, right? Maybe it's been about 2 weeks. I can't really recall. Time kind of just like does this in my mind, so I don't know. But I wanted to post a video this week. But I didn't want to do it like a podcast style. I do want to do a knit and chat eventually, but I also wanted to open the opportunity for questions here. So I was kind of like racking my mind also on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, that's fine. But my Instagram is Breeze Knits, same as here. But I didn't get a lot of like questions there. So instead of just like assuming everybody only has Instagram, I will open it up here. If you have any questions that you would like to know about me knitting related, you can leave it below in the comments, and then they'll be featured in a video one day. So I was trying to think about a video to record, because I really wanted to record something. And then I was looking at my Pinterest. I don't know why, but sometimes, well, not even, I don't know why. I think like a lot of people, I love going on Pinterest and just scrolling through some of the fashion pictures, or like I am a big aesthetic girl, so I just like looking at aesthetically pleasing photos or specific aesthetics pictures, even though after a while some of them kind of tend to be the same, which I guess is the point, because it's the aesthetic of the thing. But I don't know, it's just kind of like a comfort scroll. Instead of doom scrolling, I have like a comfort scroll on Pinterest. But then I was kind of thinking about not thinking, but some of my boards, I have like the design inspiration, or which I'm sure a lot of people have, or a lot of designers have. And then I have like just preferred clothing aesthetic that I like. And then I thought like some of them have sweaters and like a lot of the autumnal outfits. Sorry, my brain is kind of still also, I'm negative now, but I feel like I'm still recovering. Like I'm getting a little winded easier. I hope I'm not having long COVID, but yeah, I've been getting a little winded easier, so sorry in advance. There might be a lot of cuts, and that's probably from me stopping and going. But anyway, so a lot of the items that I have on my Pinterest boards are very like, I don't know, like I could see a pattern for them. Like there's probably already a pattern out or whatever, or like I really like the cottagecore aesthetic, and I noticed that a lot of the dresses I have on that board are a lot of Milkmaid dresses, and I just tested the Made You Love for Ocean Knits, and that's a very much a Milkmaid dress, and I loved all the ones with the sleeves. There were some that were very, very long with a very long slit. I did not do that. I guess mine would be considered a bit mini because it's above the knee. But it's still super cute and I like it. So I just thought it would be cool to do like a knit your aesthetic kind of video. Also, I don't know if you're into, well, no, I just won't get into that. But yeah, I just thought that would be really cool. And then I did a poll on my Instagram asking if you guys would be interested in seeing that, or if it's like too kind of outdated, like the aesthetic thing. And a lot of you guys said yes, you wanted to see it. So here we are. I am filming it for you guys. Also, what I'm wearing is the Eloise top by Friday Knits. I had the opportunity to test this out for her. You guys have probably already seen it on my Instagram if you follow me there, but here it is. I'm wearing the same outfit that I had on my Instagram. But the pattern is out now with Friday Knits, and then also the Made You Love dress that I just mentioned is also released already. They're both June releases. So this one is very nice. I love it. I just thought it would be a very appropriate top to wear for today's video because it may or may not appear on the list. Anyway, so today I thought I'd start with my ideal aesthetic, which is an academia type of aesthetic. I like it. I don't know what it is about it. Like when I was little, I wanted to be everything, but more than anything, I thought being an archaeologist would be super cool. And I loved like all the linens, the khakis, the kind of like loose fitting shirt, like that kind of aesthetic. And then, I mean, I was also a really big fan of Atlantis, The Lost Empire, the movie. Milo Thatch was my first crush, yes, quite possibly. But I loved like the way that looked, or like any sort of like academic settings in like Dead Poet Society, or just like any sort of academic themed vibe setting and video and movies. I'll just say videos, but in movies are like where it's at for me. All the bricks, all of that, like that is it for me. Even when we went to, even when I studied abroad in London for a month, like I just felt like I was living my aesthetic dream, because even like not the college where we had like our classroom in, not very aesthetically pleasing. I mean, maybe like the stairwells, but everything else was like pretty plain. But we were near, I think where we stayed at was near the Bloomsbury Square, right? I think that's what it's called. So it was like really nice. Loved walking around there. It was like literally everything was like, what did they call it? Like a movable feast. Just visually, I loved it. Anyway, so I'm like getting way off track, but I've always been a sucker for aesthetics. Even when we were there, one of my other classmates, like we would kind of just go see something and we'd be like, aesthetic, you know, like this is a beautiful aesthetic and we need to do it just for the aesthetic. And I think there was a cafe there. Oh my God. Oh, Peggy Portions. We kept going there because the aesthetic, because it's so freaking cute. And also that was the first time I've ever tried a Victoria sponge cake. And if you're from the UK though, and that's like Peggy Portions is not the best, let me know. I hope to one day go back, but we'll see. And I'm getting like way off topic. This is supposed to be knit your aesthetic, not talk about aesthetics. Okay, anyway, so case in point, I really like academia aesthetic. I don't really have a lot of a reason to dress that way here though, because I'm from Southern California, so it's basically summer and then winter. So there is basically just two weathers that I'm really like dressing for. And then like super windy weather, but it's still hot. And I kind of hate that, but I do just like the general aesthetic anyway. I love the colors. So thought I'd just go through some of it, and I will eventually make my way through this list to myself. Yeah, it was just very exciting to get through it. Also, while I was sick in bed with Miss Rona, just before I get into the list, my husband came in and woke me up on one of those mornings and said, "You have 100 subscribers on your YouTube channel." And I was like, oh no. Well, not oh no, but like, oh yay, little me. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed and stayed here and have followed, I was gonna say followed me, but yeah, I guess followed me on Instagram and also just watching my videos. It means a lot. It's nice to know I'm not just talking into a void. And I have a lot of fiber friends now. Like, I think sometimes I'll message some people on Instagram and I'll tell my husband, like, oh, but they haven't responded back. And he'll be like, why? And I'm like, oh, because they're like on the other side, of the world, or they're across the pond, or they're in France, or they're in like whatever, like some part in Europe, or with Friday Knits, I was like, she's in Australia and like all this stuff. And he's like, wow, you're getting like all of these international acquaintances. And I was like, I know, it's exciting. I don't know, that's just fun. Okay, anyway, before I keep talking, I'm just going to get into the list. So with the academia style, one thing I've noticed also, I have my iPad, I have my list here, so I'm going to be reading it off. But one of the major things I've noticed with the aesthetic is a lot of tailored fits. And usually that obviously goes with like blazers, trousers. So that usually goes for like workwear and such like that. But I guess depending on the subgenre of academia that you're following, it could also like determine how form-fitting, how tailored, how loose, how chaotic you want to be. From the subgenres that I do know as far as academia goes are light academia, dark academia, pink academia, I believe is one of them, romantic, cottage, and chaotic. There could be others that I don't really know about, but that's what I know of for right now. So depending on which subgenre you follow is what determines the colors that you use in your pieces. However, what I have noticed is that a lot of the time the main base point to kind of follow around are browns. So either like any shade of brown on the brown spectrum. So like tan, khaki, cognac brown, which is my personal favorite, just a dark brown, a chocolate brown, espresso, whatever it is, just somewhere within the brown spectrum. So without further ado, I am going to get into the list. I have some bottoms, I have mostly tops, and I have a couple of slipovers, although I know it's not super warm everywhere around the world right now, but where I live right now it is about 80 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. I think for my Celsius folks that's about 30 to 40, somewhere around there. So it's been pretty warm. I am mostly in the t-shirt and tank tops and camisoles realm, not so much slipovers or sweaters. I usually only wear sweaters inside my house in the summer because we have the AC on very high, and I don't want to lower it, but I also get cold sometimes. So anyway, here we go. So I started off with bottoms because I don't have that many bottoms on the list. I will go ahead and put pictures here of the pattern I'm talking about. So the first bottom, most of these, all of these are skirts, because one thing I've also noticed, and I'll just pop in some pictures of my Pinterest board of the like academic lookbooks, or I'm not sure if anyone was ever on Polyvore. I was a big fan of Polyvore when I was a teenager, where you can just like pick all of these like clothes that they already had preset in there and kind of like put it together to make it like a lookbook of some sort. So I was a big fan of that, and I did a lot of stuff on there. So I know there's some posts on Pinterest that are kind of like that, or a lot of lookbook or aesthetic style Instagram pages that post their stuff on Pinterest. I'll pop some pictures here that I saw that I really like and enjoy. So one of the things that I have noticed is, for at least a more feminine academia style, is skirts. There are also shorts, mostly trouser shorts, but I haven't seen a pair of shorts that I would consider like an academia kind of short pattern to wear out and about. You know what I mean? Because with all of these, I kind of have it with the assumption of being able to wear it outside, but it's also what I would wear outside. It's not like a general overview. I didn't ask on Instagram what you guys would consider it. So just take this with a grain of salt. I mean, shorts, if you have any short patterns that you would actually wear outside. I know the Hemingway shorts are in testing, which I think those ones are probably the only ones I would have recommended, but I'm not really sure about the full specs right now. So maybe in a different video, maybe next year. But for this year, this is my list right now. So again, these are just 3 skirts that I have. Wait, no, 4 skirts that I have on my list. And the first one is the Asher skirt by Caitlin Barthold. It is a free pattern. It is with worsted weight yarn, and the sizes range from 2X. Oh my gosh, wait, why is that making my brain trip wires right now? Extra small to 3XL. There you go. I don't know why 2XS sounds weird, but that's what it is. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cute skirt. It's a basic circle skirt. It's got some panels working through it, which sounds contradictory, but it looks more like a circle skirt. There aren't very many pleated skirts that I found, so that you'd have to either buy, thrift, stuff like that. But from what I've seen with knitting patterns, I think that the circle skirt look is a little bit kind of as close as you can get. And then also, I just wanted to add another pattern in here that's similar to the Asher skirt, and it's the Little Black Skirt by Skein-Deer Knits. It is 6 pounds, or in US dollars, it is $7.73. It is a sport weight yarn, and she has 16 sizes. On Ravelry, it says the waist starts at 60 centimeters or 24 inches all the way to 123 centimeters or 48 inches. So there are the specs. I thought it was a really cute skirt, very like cute skater circle thing going on. So I think, like I said, and you can make it to whatever length you feel comfortable. I think most of the time those kinds of skirts are a bit more mini, but I think it's really cute. So, and really cute for the summer. And I know that the Asher skirt on Ravelry, I believe she put that she used the Line brand denim, which I think is just recycled denim, but they have different colors. So yeah, I think you can use like cotton yarns as well. So I think that could be a good option for summer. So the other skirt that I have on here is the Monarch skirt by Renewal Collective. It is a DK weight. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. It's a DK weight, and it's a extra small and goes all the way up to 5XL. It's $7, and the finished waist circumference is 53.5 centimeters or 21 inches. Goes all the way up to 129.5 centimeters or 51 inches in the waist. So I think that this style of skirt can be really nice for that academic look. I know I've seen a lot of like lookbook posts of like the Dead Poet Society, but if they were girls, and some of them were very like bodycon skirts. And from what I've seen with the Monarch skirt, if you did it without the ruffle, it could be very like academia. If you did it with the ruffle, I could see it as like the romantic academia as well. So I thought that was a very good option for that reason. I think it's really cute, and I think she also writes notes in her. I just bought the pattern, but I haven't made it yet. But she writes notes in the pattern of if you want the skirt to be a little bit flowier. Sorry, can't speak anymore either. Like a little bit more flowy, or if you want it to be, like I said, more of a bodycon skirt, which again I think could fit the aesthetic really well. but also it's up to you and your comfort level. And personally, I don't wear super tight skirts. Makes me feel, I don't know, just feels odd. Like, it doesn't feel like me, and I feel like I have to wear a little bit more flowy. But I do like the way I've seen it on like the pictures on Ravelry for the projects. I think they just look really, really good the way it's made. So yeah, there's that one. And then the last skirt is a cotton skirt, and it's the Magda skirt by Hip Knit Shop. There you go. It is a DK weight cotton skirt pattern. It is 60 kronos? I don't know. Please let me know in the comments. But I assume that's about $8. It wasn't on Ravelry, and I did not want to go look it up, but I'm gonna assume it's around that range. It is elastic waist, and the sizes go from extra small to 2XL. And I think though, like, if you look at the pattern, and you can buy it, obviously, but it looks like something I can, like, as Tiffany Lou says, or Typical Bliss, and finesse it a little bit. It just looks like elastic waistband, and being able to just kind of increase the stitches right away to making it a nice flowy skirt. But so I think anybody, like, if you're very comfortable with maybe self-drafting a pattern, and you look at that skirt and it's something you might want to do, I don't think that the limitation of the pattern sizing should intimidate you. I'm gonna try to finesse it myself, like just that style of skirt, not buy it and that, you know what I mean? Like, 'cause that's just not ethical, but like just try to see if I can draft a nice cotton skirt and then kind of maybe share my process on Instagram. It won't be like a here are the numbers, here are the math, but like maybe these are the basic steps you can take and this is what worked for me and hopefully it works for you, kind of thing. Because yeah, it just looks very simple. And also, when I had that thought, I was like, who am I? Just thinking I can go ahead and self-draft things. But I feel like I've gotten to know, like, through my knitting over the past, when did I start? 2020. Over the past 2 years, I really feel like kind of understand now a little bit on how to be able to do that. Also, it's just a lot of stockinette, so it doesn't seem like it'll be that hard. But I think it's nice, and I think that I think the Magda skirt from the first picture that I've seen on Ravelry, it's more of a mini, but you can adjust the length to whatever you want. So it can be a midi, it can be T-length, whatever you want, which I really like, and I think can work perfectly for the academia style. I think it could work very perfectly, especially because it depends on like the colors you choose, but if you choose like a brown or a light tan or anything like that, perfect for summer academia style, whether you use a cotton or anything that you want. That's why I also wanted to self-draft and maybe post my process on Instagram if you'd be into that, because I feel like you could just make that out of any weight. I don't think it necessarily needs to be like, you know what I mean? Maybe not bulky though, because it's not winter, but okay, anyway, getting off topic. So that was it for the skirts. Like I said, as far as pants go or shorts go into like actually wearing them out, I didn't really find any that I felt like I personally would wear outside, at least for the summer, because like I said, it's very, very hot out here. Usually in the summertime in Southern California, I am found mostly in shorts and skirts, very light skirts and dresses, because it is too hot out here for pants. I mean, sometimes I'll wear pants, but I try not to because then I feel very sticky and it is very hot, and then I live more in desert climates, so it doesn't really get that much breeze over here. So yeah, that's it for the skirts. That's also why I chose skirts, because I do like a nice flowy skirt. And I also, I want to sew, and Rebecca from the Creabea podcast has been like with her podcast making me want to try sewing again, because last time I did it, it's not good. But all of her dresses are so stinking cute, and her skirts, I want to do it too. But anyway, so I just thought maybe if I knit some skirts too, it'll look cute. And even seeing the pictures of the finished objects or the finished projects from the Magda skirt, it definitely looks super, super wearable. So I think that's an option for like some summer academia vibes. And like I said, it depends really on like the color that you use or what your base is. If you're into the dark academia aesthetic, definitely the darker jewel tones, throw in a black, an espresso, burgundy, and navy blue. If you're into the lighter academia, then like a khaki, maybe even white, or just very like clean and light neutrals. Romantic pink, there's pink academia out there, so obviously it'll be a shade of pink. I think pink academia is so cute, but anyway, I digress. I need to continue with this list because this video is already like 20 something minutes. So I am going to be jumping into the t-shirts as I have on my list, because some of them are like t-shirt look, and then some of them are like a different rendition of a t-shirt or top. You know what I mean? So yeah, without further ado, here are the t-shirts. So the first pattern I have on my list is the Claudette Tee by Bex Knits. It is a Aran weight pattern. I think it's really cute. It's like very retro-y, and I love the little like capped sleeve that's going on there. There's 10 sizes in the pattern, and it is $8 US dollars. All of these are going to be US dollars unless I go, it's this / blah, blah, blah. Then the second one would be USD. But anyway, so it's $8 USD, 10 sizes. Very cute retro pattern. I think, again, depends on the color that you use. I think it could definitely be utilized in an academia aesthetic. I think if you use like a cream color, a light brown, well, I'm thinking of like light academia aesthetic, maybe a mauve, maybe like maybe like for cottage academia, like a sage green, a light brown, like I said. I think that could work really, really well with that one. And the next tee is the Piazza Tee by Sari Norland. It is a DK weight top. It is €5.90. I honestly don't know how to say that to make sure that I said it right, but yes, €5.90 /650 USD. The sizing goes from finished bust circumference from 80 to 160 centimeters. I did not want to do the math or look up how much that is in inches, so I think she has it on her Ravelry page and I just didn't write it down. But anyway, that's the sizing. And if you want to see if you're in there, which I'm pretty sure you are, it's a pretty big size range. You can go ahead and take a look. I believe there is some amount of ease in there too, but I think it's a beautiful textured patterns, and with a lot of academia for like the winter and autumn, there is a bit more texture and a lot more cables involved. So I just thought the Piazza Tee is a beautifully classic looking t-shirt, but not just a plain t-shirt. It's got that cable, it's got that texture. I think she did use a merino wool though. However, like I said, it's like in my area, it's very hot, but I know probably across the world you might be okay with a bit of a merino t-shirt, and because it's a short sleeve, it might be okay for your climate. I wish I was there, but I am not. But I think it's just a beautiful looking shirt and can be like so versatile in your wardrobe. So the next shirt that I have down is the Skagen Tee. Don't know if I said that right, but it's by Vitre Design, right? I think that's how I've heard people say it, but It is a DK weight shirt. It's like a button down shirt. It is 60, I think NOK is Norwegian kronos? Okay, well, NOK slash $6.32. The sizing is an extra small to a 3XL. And I think this shirt would be really, I like, honestly, like the super ideal academia, because with the academia, you got the like button down collared shirts, everything like that. But this is like a cotton, just button down shirt, no collar. I really want to make this design. I really, really want to make it. When I had just started knitting, I had bought the Ginevra tee by Fable Knitwear. However, the yarn she used was not 100%, well, I just wasn't able to get it. It was an organic cotton by Pickles Oslo. She designed it with that one, but I just used a regular cotton. I read a lot of the comments on the Ravelry page and just decided to size up 2 sizes. It was still too small because of the cotton that I used. So she eventually ended up taking it down, but I did like the way it looked. It was very like feminine shaping, more of like waist shaping rather than, I think the Skagen tee is more like box. From what I've seen in the pictures, like at least at the waist, it's like no shaping. But I still think it looks really nice. And oh, that's what I was going to. Helena from Fable Knitwear ended up taking down the Ginevra tee because there's just way too many comments of it being too difficult because of the lack of access to that specific yarn. The pattern just wasn't working out for anything other than that yarn, I suppose. So the Skagen tee is an alternative that's very similar to the Ginevra tee. I want to work up this pattern. However, I've been really nervous by a lot of the comments that said it's kind of difficult or a difficult pattern, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like I am a intermediate knitter. I don't know. I never know what to call myself. I'm comfortable with German short rows. I will go ahead and do some patterns now. I'm barely getting comfortable with lace. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever done that tee by Vitra Design. Please let me know, and let me know if it's difficult or you find it difficult. But I really want to work this up because I think it's like the perfect summer academia aesthetic style. Like I said, just because of that like button down look, and it just looks very like nice and classic. And I honestly, if this pattern is good to go for me, then I would make like a fair amount in this one, just because I just really like the way that looks. I think it kind of works into both academia and maybe a bit of cottagecore too, just depending on how you style it. But I have been on the hunt and on the search for a shirt like that, whether it was in a store to buy it or just a pattern. And now that I found that pattern, I just really need affirmation from other knitters out there who have knitted that shirt and tell me that it's okay, not normal. It is easy and okay for me to knit because I really want it. And I just think it would be perfect. I think it also kind of like back to when I was a kid, like the archaeologist kind of style vibe. Like I feel like the Skagen tee was kind of giving me that. Like you can be in a desert in Egypt, like looking for specific fossils and look absolutely fabulous in it. Or you can be in a cafe with your Skagen tee and a nice linen skirt and just be like super chill and cool, but like also writing your latest thesis. Like I just think it's that kind of shirt. Like she's that girl and I want to be that girl with her. So there you go, there's that one. And then last but not least of the t-shirt styles is the Umbria Summer Top by Cookie the Knitter. It is a sock weight shirt. It is €6 or $6.60 for US folks. The sizing is a little limited. It's extra small to an XL. It's very nice. I looked when I was also trying to find alternatives to the Ginevra tea. I came across this one. I think it looks very nice and light and airy, and I believe I've seen some finished projects people add a collar to it. I think it looks nice as the design on its own. Will I make it? Probably not, but I think it deserved a place on this list because, like I said, just the button down. I think honestly anything button down that's in cotton is just like the perfect summer academia aesthetic. So I just wanted to put that in there. But again, the sizing is a little limited, but just wanted to throw that out there for anyone who hasn't seen it and you want to knit it and it's in your size, then go for it. So for the next portion of this video, I'm going to go into the other tops or slash blouses portion. Some of them I just didn't know what to categorize them under. So just gonna go ahead and yeah, go into it. Oh my gosh, the mohair in this shirt is like coming off and making my nose itch. Anyway, so one of the first on my list, I'm just gonna put it up like this, it's easier for me to see. Mohair. The first top I have on this list is the ballerina top by Alexandra Tavel, or you guys might know her as Two of Wands. So for this pattern, there is a free version on Alexandra's blog, or there is the paid pattern, which is $7.50. It is a DK weight, and it goes from extra small to 4XL. I think I've seen though that on her blog she kind of talks about different modifications you can use. Not 100% sure. I've looked at it. It's in my favorites on Ravelry, but that's as far as I've gone. But I think it's a very versatile, and like I said at the beginning of this video, there's obviously different like subgenres of almost every aesthetic now, and I think the ballerina top could just be like a very cute like light academia style, or even like a romantic academia. I think that would be very nice. I've seen a few finished projects of people doing a long sleeve version of this wrap top, and honestly I really like those versions. I like the long sleeve a little bit better than the short sleeve. Don't know why, but there are just some tops that I really like the long sleeve version of, and the ballerina top is definitely one of them. So I guess that would be one that you can do spring, summer, and also carry on into other seasons as well. So the next top is the Daphne top by Friday Knits. I feel like this would actually go into more of a royal core aesthetic, but because there is that romantic subgenre of academia, I think that the Daphne top could definitely go into that. And because Friday Knits, or Phoebe, used a cotton for her samples, it definitely could work for the summer and for the spring. It's a DK weight yarn pattern. Sizes go from extra small to 4XL, and it is priced at $10 Australian or $7.35 USD. I think it's very cute. I love the sweetheart neckline that she's doing in all of her patterns recently, and even the bit of the puff sleeve I think is really nice, and it just looks very well together. And I think in a nice cream top, or even like a mauve, like I don't know, I just like really am drawn to those colors. I think that would look very, very nice as in light to romantic academia. Yeah, I think that could work there. Next shirt, this one I wasn't sure if it would be considered a t-shirt, but I think depending on how you style it, it can look like either super casual or it can look very dressed up. So the next shirt is the Flutter Butt shirt by Jessie Made Designs. It is a sock weight pattern. It's $10 USD. However, I do appreciate that Jessie Made has a pay what you can scale. I believe if you sign up for her newsletter, you can get a code for either 25% off or 50% off. She does this in order to be able to make her knitting patterns accessible to anybody who wants to knit. while still making it possible for her to live off of the patterns that she makes. And then the sizing for it is extra small to 5XL. Honestly, Jessie May, love her. And I don't know why, I didn't write this down with any of the other patterns. Most of them are either English and whatever the native language is for them, or English and that's it. But Jessie May, I think, tries to make a best effort into making her patterns accessible in a lot of different languages. And the Flutter Butt shirt is available in 9 languages. And I just really had to write that down as a feature because, I don't know, I just think that's amazing. But anyways, so the Flutter Butt shirt is very loose. And it's got the ruffles here and the ruffles at the bottom hem. And I think when I saw the sample that she made her friend Park, she made like a brown one and the ruffles looked like it kind of came up a little bit like this. And honestly, I fell in love. I thought it looked so great. I think it would look really good with some linen trousers or linen anything really, bottoms. I just think it would look really nice with linen trousers or even under like a really light dress. I think it would look really good as part of like summer academia, again, depending on the colors you choose. But I thought the little ruffle could kind of fall under the romantic academia. And if so far you're like, all of this is either romantic or light academia, hold on. Wait till we get to the tank tops and the camis, okay? We're almost there, I promise. So the next top, I had to feature the one that I'm wearing right now. It is the Eloise blouse or Eloise top. I always get confused. I think it's the top. Eloise top by Friday Knits, and it's this top right here. Ta-da! 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 Yeah, ta-da! It is a wonderful pattern. It is lace weight up at the top, DK at the body, or you can use sport and lace, which is what I did. The sizings go from extra small to 4XL. Not sure if I mentioned the price yet, but it's $10 Australian or $7.35 USD. I thought it could go in here as part of the list because, again, I think it's like a very cute romantic academia. Or you can do it in white and wear it with like, I just got like shook or amazed by this. And it's just such a simple, oh my gosh, why can't I talk? My brain's going faster than my mouth. Such a simple outfit look that would look so classic with the white Eloise top, some linen trousers, some really nice gold jewelry. Like, I think that would be so perfect for like a light academia, summer academia look. So yes, had to include this one here. And last but not least, as of recording this pattern is not out. However, I think it's supposed to be released later tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and put the specs in the description. But it is the Henrietta blouse by Lauren Wash, I believe, of I'm Always Knitting on Instagram. I believe, again, I'm going to put the proper specs later. I think it's a DK weight, and I will put the price and specs in the description because, I don't know, I just saw it. I think I saw it on Instagram today, and I just fell in love with the shirt, and I really liked it. It has like a little cute button down. The sleeves, I want to say by the way that they look like half fisherman's rib, but I could be wrong. And it's got like a cute little ruffle at the bottom, and it's so stinking adorable. The sample I saw was in a cream color, and again, I think cream is just honestly such a staple color and is like super staple to the light and dark academia that I think that would just look perfect. Even if you're going under the dark academia, you can definitely do a black, you can do a navy blue. Honestly, right now is the time with all this light that's out. You can do like a espresso brown. Like, honestly, the world is open to you, but I think that's just perfect top to knit. And that's about it for the blouses and other shirts. But I do have the tanks and camis next for all of my tank tops and cami people out there. So for the first top slash camisole, I do have the Judith top by Solvara Knitwear. It is 40 Danish krones, I believe, or $5.42 USD. It is a light fingering weight top. It's from, sizing's a little limited. It's an extra small to an XL, extra large. Sorry, extra small to extra large. It is this cowl shaped top. And I thought I'd put this on the list because it kind of reminds me of those like silky camisoles that you see a lot in academia, like a light academia lookbook. So I thought that would be a good option if you'd like to knit it. The next one I feel like is a very, very obvious one, but is the camisole number 5 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. It is light fingering, 45 krones. I did not want to do the math, but I'm going to assume based off of the last one, $6 or $7 USD. And it's available on her website. The sizing is from an extra small to a 2XL. It is a beautiful ribbed camisole. I'm pretty sure all of you guys have seen it. I love the way it looks. Have I braved into that yet? No, because of the small needles. But I love the way it looks, and I think an alternative to it would be the Ripple halter by Jessie Maed. However, I think it depends if you make some modifications for the decreases to stop at a certain point instead of being a little bit more side booby. I do like it. I bought the pattern. I want it. I want to make it so badly, but I'm like aesthetic wise, I don't think it falls into it unless you do it in the colors that are like usual to the aesthetic, but also you don't have to follow the aesthetic rules to a T because it's all about personal style. But I think another option would be the Ripple halter by Jessie Maed. I just didn't include it in this one specifically because of the aesthetic thing, but I think it's still great. But yeah, so there's the camisole number 5 from extra small to 2X. Jessie Maed, again, usually has a larger size range, but I do like the way that the camisole is shaped. I think it's shaped beautifully, and I see it all the time and everywhere, and I love following the hashtag for it on Instagram because I like seeing the different colors that everybody makes. Okay, so next one is the Cumulus top by Petite Knit. It is 45 Danish krones. Again, I could be wrong. I am sorry in advance. Or $6.66 USD. It is in a sock weight yarn from an extra small to a 3XL. And I've just seen a lot of people recently starting to make this. And again, I think it goes very well with the like silk tops or camis that you usually see on like Pinterest boards for kind of like that academic style that isn't buttoned up or anything like that. The next tank top is the Typical Tank by Tiffany Lou, or Typical Bliss, as some of you may know her. It is a sport weight yarn. I think she held 2 sock weights together. It is $10 Canadian or $8 USD. The sizes is from an extra small to a 2XL. It is such a beautifully simple pattern. Have I made it yet? No, but it looks beautifully simple, but the way that the finished look is on everybody is just beautiful, and because of its simplicity, I think it really falls well into the academic style. It seems like for academia, it's either very simple or a lot of texture or cables, or texture in the terms of like the materials used with the wool blazers, wool trousers, stuff like that. But I think for summer, the simple tops and camisoles are kind of how to go. The last camisole, I guess we would call it, or tank, is the 8 p.m. tank by Tiffany Tai. Some of you guys might follow her on Instagram, just Tiff, I believe. So the top itself is $10.50 Canadian or $8.46 USD. It's a DK weight made to measure. I believe there is a type of calculator that you can use to measure out the rib and then increases for bust. But on her Ravelry page, it says 25 to 50 inch under bust. I don't know what that is in centimeters, so I'm very sorry for that, and I don't have my tape measure with me. But yes, that one's made to measure, which I think is absolutely wonderful. And the moment that I saw this on her page, I fell in love. Have I made it yet? No. But I absolutely love it and I adore it, and I want one in a brown color. Like, I want one in a cognac color. I think that'll look so good. And even if you're not comfortable with wearing that on its own out and about, I think it would look a like linen shirt, like a button-down shirt, or if you were to make like the Skagen tee and then have the 8 p.m. tank underneath and then the tee over and like just leave it open, I think that would look really nice. And I would just kind of like pull it together. But I feel like the 8 p.m. tank is definitely like focal point for sure. But I think that kind of just is like kind of reminded me of the cute little like I said again earlier, like the silky camisoles, tank tops kind of thing, like very luxe, and like also kind of, what is it, like celebrating your body in such a way that's like a beautiful work of art, basically. Like, honestly, when I saw the tank top, I was like, this is art, and when I wear it, I will probably feel like art. So yeah, I think that one is beautiful. So that's it for my tank tops and camis. I have 2 slipovers. Like I said, where I am, it's very hot, but where you are might not be as hot. So the first one that I have, I found when I was looking at the Umbria t-shirt. It's by the same designer. It's called the Boomnal Vest by Cookie the Knitter. It is a sock weight yarn. It's €6 or $6.60 USD. Sizes are from extra small to 2XL. It is just a simple cabled V-neck slipover. Can be worn over just a regular t-shirt. There were a lot more slipovers and vests I've seen, but they're usually with like that just got released, or some that I've seen that got released last year. Very nice. I would have added them to the list. However, this is more spring summer, and those seem more like autumn winter. So I didn't want to include that here, and I don't want you guys to have a heat stroke or anything. But I know the Boomnal vest, I believe, is, I think it looked like there was mohair going through it, or she probably used an alpaca sock weight that's like very like a Surrey alpaca, but it looks very fuzzy in the sample. But there's that one, and I wanted to include it because of the cables. That's basically about it. Or I also have the Keaton vest by Sari Noland. It is a DK weight. It is €4.90 or $5.39 USD. Bust circumference, finished bust circumference is 89 to 127 centimeters or 35 to 67.75 inches. And I believe there's meant to be an intended ease in each size as well. And also, I think the way Saudi described it is she wanted the Keaton vest to be like more unisex. I thought that was perfect. And then she has a lot of like cabling. Saudi is like the queen of texture and lace and all things beautiful in her patterns. So that's why I just wanted to include that in here. And that's about it for slipovers. I did include a few accessories that I feel like fits the aesthetic a little bit. Just three accessories. One of them is the Poo Scrunchie, PU by Sari Noland. It is just basically a really good stash buster project scrunchie, and then it has like a little tail. I think she has in her description that the poo is also finished for a rabbit or bunny. So with the tail, it just looks like a little bunny. She also has a light version for anyone who has thinner hair, because the scrunchie that I'm mentioning now is a DK weight. You can use a sock with a mohair, which I think the mohair might actually be better, or you have like a DK that has some sort of silk, because I've noticed with some other ones, depending on your hair type, maybe knitted scrunchies won't be for you. But I also have I guess I didn't write it down, but I'll get to it. Well Loved Knits actually has a giant mohair scrunchie pattern on her website. I think it's about $4 USD. I forgot. But with the mohair, I think because of the silk content in it, it might be a little bit better for your hair type, depending again what it is. But yeah, I think the scrunchies are just cute, and the little tie and sari's scrunchie adds a little cute feminine touch. And then to continue with that, there's the Augustine's number 22 by Anne Velling. I think that's how you pronounce the last name. Anne Sophie Velling, right? I think so, if I remember correctly. It is a DK/sport weight. It is the bow that she has on her Instagram. It is 35 Danish krones, or $5.18 USD. And then same designer, there's the Augustine's number 6, which is the headband. It is a lace weight, 35 Danish krones, $5.18. A lot of the academia kind of, I think especially American academia, it's a lot of headbands. So if you wanted to utilize some lace weight that you have just laying around, you can definitely add a matching headband to it. You probably would have to buy not the ones with the little like teeth, you know what I mean? It'd have to be just like a flat one. I wish I could do that. This hair would push it all forward, but I think the headband looks really cute with the lace. I think it would look really nice as well. Again, wish I could do that. I definitely have to do like ties through here. And I've had headbands like that before, and I don't really like the way it looks on me, but I think as far as aesthetic goes, it definitely fits the bill. So that is all of the patterns I have. I thought this was going to be a quick 30-minute video, but I guess all my chatting in the beginning definitely cut that off. I hope I can get this up by Sunday. Will probably be Monday, honestly, though, because I'm filming on my phone, so to go from my phone, it's just a long process. But I was really happy to do this. If you have any other pattern suggestions, any new releases that are coming up that you think could fit the aesthetic for spring or summer, please leave them below in the comments. Again, if you would like to submit a question, you want to ask me anything fiber related, please ask me in the comments below, so that way I could include them in a video in the future. And if you like my content, maybe consider subscribing or liking this video, so that way we can continue being friends and you can continue watching some of my content. If you like, you can also follow me on Instagram. It's also Breeze Knits. I'm on Ravelry under Breeze Knits, and I'm on Pinterest under Breeze Knits, so you can find me literally under anywhere with Breeze Knits. So I will see you guys in the next video. What is next week? Let me take a look at my calendar really quickly. I will probably try to upload again. If you guys ask enough questions, maybe I'll upload again next weekend. But if not, I will probably try to upload July 2nd or 3rd with the podcast for May and all of my finished objects and such in May. But if not, I don't know. We'll see. I'll post it on Instagram when I post again. I hope you guys have a very good weekend. And, well, if I'm able to get this up on the weekend. I hope you guys have a good week, good day, whenever you're watching this. Hope you just have a good life. I hope good things happen to you this week. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.